More than 100 children. From 3 to 15, 16. And one scholar, I saw Kuchipudi Indian scholar, he came all the way from India. He asked me the long time. We this one and even it's been a while. He took and told him 9 years. And he after studying it, before that was fantastic, amazing. We came late, some came late, but it's been a long time. Even my daughter, is how participated in the fancy competition. Yeah. Take care. You go back.
Right. Good evening, everybody, and thank you all for coming today. My name is Sunita Menon, in case you don't know me, and I'd like to welcome you to the launch of Inndus.
Just put the mic up there.
That was a pause for.
That's it.
So I'd like to take this opportunity and introduce you to my new company, Inndus. I'll tell you a little bit about the products and services that we have, and I'll spend the next hour, maybe 2 hours, talking about the strengths of Inndus.
Are you serious?
No, had to be you, Prashik, asking that. No. Shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, depending on how interactive people are. Which means, guys, please, do be interactive, right? I do have a slot at the end for questions, but if you have any burning questions in the middle, please do stop me mid-flight, and that's absolutely fine. Is that okay?
Yes.
You guys in the back row, I'm going to ask you questions later, so stay awake, yeah? So let me start with who is Inndus. Inndus is the brainchild, if you please, of two friends with diverse yet very complementary skill sets. So there's Shailesh Sharma, my business partner, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. He is what I would call a consummate print professional. He lives, eats, breathes, and I'm not kidding you guys, planning, plotting, and thinking of how to make the printing industry even better. He believes, and he believes this completely, that every organization can enhance their brand values, their concepts, and their ideas through really good quality printed material. So, along with Shailesh, of course, there is I. Now, Shailesh is completely crazy passionate about printing. And then there's I, Sunita Menon. I've had over 20 years experience in the in frontline customer service, roles throughout a wide spectrum, size spectrums of organizations. So I've worked with Citibank, I've worked with British Airways, and I've also worked with small and medium-sized enterprises. And throughout my time with these companies, I've also dealt with a size spectrum of organizations. So I completely understand company practices and the whole customer service ethos. I'm one of those people that believes that when a customer leaves a service provider thinking, wow, that was fantastic, that completely exceeded my expectation, that is the only formula for success. So exceeding customer expectations. So I'm crazy about customer excellence. So who is Inndus? There's passionate about printing, there's crazy about customer excellence, and we have the support of 50 professionals who look after the whole printing aspects of things. So they look after right from artwork to pre-production, production, post-production, packaging, logistics, and then finally delivery of the products at your doorstep. And that's what makes Inndus. So, what does actually, before I go into what does Inndus do, a friend of mine actually said to me, she said, well, why would you choose a saturated market like printing to start a company? This is because Shailesh and I identified 3 gaps. Gap number 1, do we get good quality printing here, guys? Not a trick question.
Average.
Yes, we do get good quality printing, except average because it comes with a cost. It comes with a cost that a lot of people find a bit hard. So, Inndus is confident that we can reduce the per unit cost and yet give you the same quality, maybe even better quality printed material. So that's the first thing. Second thing, how many times have you actually gone to a service provider and thought, can I order 100 leaflets rather than ordering 2,000? What happens to the cost? Exactly. So the cost goes up. Now, most organizations and even individuals who want printing done think that's not affordable. So that's a barrier, that is a certain barrier. Now, Inndus actually believe that you should only print what you need, because if you print more than you need, you waste it. We want to reduce wastage, so we don't want to penalize people for printing less. In fact, we'll reward you. So, we can bring the per unit cost for that down as well. And the third, which is my favorite topic, of course, is customer service. Now, a lot of people say, right, we place an order on the internet, we got the product after 10 days, didn't know what was happening to it in the meanwhile, so it arrived eventually, and so there was no follow-up. And after the product has arrived, nobody from that company calls to say, did you receive it? How did you find the quality of the product? So now, remember that I consider myself the queen of customer excellence, so I'm saying, no, of course I'll do that. I'll keep regularly in touch with the client, and then I will call afterwards to say, what did you think? Because the only way of improving quality is by getting feedback. So the other thing was, with these 3 gaps that we identified, now Inndus has actually only been running since September, but the kind of clients I've met, customers we've met, they've already validated those gaps, as you'll see with some customer comments later. So, what Inndus does, I hope you've guessed by now, we do printing. So we are, hopefully, a one-stop shop for all your printing needs. If you look around the room, you'll see this pop-up stand, danglers, for the latecomer who didn't see the tables out there. There's some display on the tables out there. So there's tent cards, there's menu cards, there's calendars, business cards, business stationery, corporate gifts, giveaways. You'd be amazed the kind of things you can print on these days. You can print on almost everything. So if there's anything here in the samples, or if there's anything that you want to print it that you haven't seen in the samples here, please do come and talk to me, because chances are we may be able to print that. So, let me come to my 2-hour lecture, which is the strengths of Inndus. The first thing, exceptional quality printing. Really, I don't think I should say a lot because there are so many products. And oh, by the way, everything displayed here has been printed by us. So really, that should stand testament to the quality that we offer. But again, if you think, oh, that didn't quite work or something like that, then please do come and see me, talk to me, because I'm very happy to discuss it and see how we can better our service, our products. Because, again, like I said, my partner Shailesh, he is passionate about printing. So he would be most aghast if there was anything, any hitch there of any sort. Now, customer service. I think everybody knows how stressful it can be in the business environment when there's so much going on. So we are very happy to sit with you and understand your needs and make suggestions that may help you better. So we're very flexible on that front. And of course, you can get a call from me to tell you the delivery is going to arrive on this day, and then after the delivery, you're going to get a call from me to say, what did you think of that quality? So that's customer service. But also quick turnarounds, which was, I think, a very big point. Now, I don't promise to do this every time, but I was saying to a few people, about 3 weeks ago, we turned something around in 36 hours. So from the time the artwork was approved to the time of delivery at their doorstep was 36 hours. So that's how quickly we can turn things around. The one thing I will promise through all this is the quality will just never, ever suffer. The quality will always be there, top-notch, high up there, no matter what we do. Now, managing costs in this time and age, I guess, is very, very important. I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day, and he said to me, business cards. He paid 60 pence per unit for some business cards he got printed. I actually looked at it, I tested the quality and everything, and I was able to do the same thing for 40 pence per unit, and that was actually even a better quality than he had. So that's how confident we are on the costs. We have an artwork team in place who will help you with layouts. So if you've got a concept in your head, you need an idea on how to lay things out or what works, what doesn't, we've got a team in place that will help you with that. We've print surfaces. Now, I've said this before, you'd be amazed the kind of surfaces you could print on. Even in the corridor, the tables that are there are even a couple of tablecloths that we've printed. So really, we can do it all. Right? And short runs, we spoke about that before. We can do a very short quantity for you. I've just put 100 copies there as a ballpark figure, but if you need smaller quantities, then again, come and speak to me, I'm sure we can do it for you. So let's take a little deeper dive into that. Xerox, they have a criteria, and they reassess their premier partners every year. We have to fulfill a very, very strong criteria. We have to have really top-notch quality to be a premier partner for Xerox. And we are, and I'm very proud to say, a premier partner for Xerox. And last month, we had a huge big conference in Milan where they'd invited us. And it was brilliant. The whole ethos, the whole thank you for being so fantastic. The whole feeling was brilliant. Now, the second thing is high quality digital printing machines. Now, I won't bore you guys with names and things of printing machines, but if you want to go deeper into that, do come and talk to me afterwards and I can talk you through what the machines we have are. But we have high quality digital printing machines, which makes things a lot more environment friendly. And we give you the option to use recycled paper if you want to. So, again, be green. That's a big message out. End-to-end capability, I touched on it briefly before, which is we do everything from artwork to pre-production, production, post-production, packaging, logistics, so delivery of the product at your doorstep. Some of our customers, you'll see we have some big names up there as well. We've got the Holiday Inn, we've got the Westin, we've got, again, size spectrum of organizations. The Art of Living, Diwali in London. So we've got a few customers here. There's 3 customer comments there, and let me talk you through one. Poster was perfect, and the service excellent. Marks 10 out of 10. Don't know how you managed it. This was a person who we turned things around in 36 hours for. Now, to give you Amit, would you mind coming up and telling the audience a little bit about the service you received from Inndus, please?
Great, so thank you, Sarita. And well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
It looks very professional and yet personal, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Do you agree? Yeah? Are you impressed? Yes. I am. And yes, we've used her for various things on behalf of the Art of Living and also on behalf of the Diwali in London. And we've always been very happy with the service she's provided. It's been very professional and personal at the same time. She will attend to your needs, and she's not there to make it a hard sell. The sell is really coming from the heart, so it's a hard sell. So yes, no, really, and I mean this from the heart as well. Yeah? And along with that, it's the price. I'm telling you, you're not going to get such a price anywhere else. Sometimes when she used to quote me, I was like, are you serious? Are you doing this just for me? She's like, no, it's for everyone. Right? And really, really amazing. And I saw a dangler here, which says, to experience our printing, simply try us. And I think that's what I will urge you to do, is to give her a chance and to try her on. And if you are disappointed, come and talk to me. So great. So, wishing you all the best, really. I don't have much to say. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Right. Maybe I should go on for a bit, but no, really, that is the end of the presentation. So, to really quickly just summarize, I told you a little bit about who we are, which is Shailesh Sharma, Sarita Menon, team of 50 people. What we do, printing, and why Inndus, which is fantastic high caliber printing. And honestly, I mean it when I say it is, well, again, testament in front of you. Fantastic customer service, short turnaround times, short runs, absolutely possible, endorsed by Xerox. And really, thank you all for coming here today. Any questions at all?
Sorry, I think people would benefit from what you had once mentioned to me before about Salish trying to deliver the requested goods.
Yes.
So you know what the incident I'm mentioning?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. So what happened was the goods were supposed to be delivered to our customer, and the customer was actually based in India. So he was going to Delhi for a meeting, and he needed to make that presentation, and he needed the printed materials to arrive there. Unfortunately, the driver got caught speeding, didn't have his license on him, and didn't manage to get to the airport on time. So, what Shailesh did, which was pretty amazing, was he caught the next flight, went to Delhi, and met the customer at the airport in Delhi and handed the parcel to him. And the customer was like, really? Did you just fly down here to give me the printed material? And he was like, yes, we promised we're going to do it. We will do it. And the guy said, well, in that case, maybe you should bill our company, you know, feel free to put that flight, the price of that flight on the bill. And he was like, no, it was our fault. Yes, you know, it was unforeseen, the driver didn't have his license, but it was our fault. And so, no, I'm not going to charge you for it. So, to say the least, I mean, that customer is a really good friend now because of what happened. But that customer is one person who just sort of swears by Inndus, just nothing else. But, yes, thank you for reminding me of that.
Sorry, one point. You mentioned high quality, you mentioned prompt delivery, you mentioned like customer service to the nth degree.
Yes.
Right? All that, and with that, highly competitive prices.
Sure.
How does the organization manage that?
Our team of 50 people are based in India, so we managed to keep the costs down.
Is that the only reason? Or?
Well, actually, no, there's a lot of things that go into it. So, of course, there's the team in India, so our costs are pretty well managed. But also, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Shailesh has had over 20 years in the printing industry. So that's what sort of has made him passionate about printing. So he's managed to do all his homework in every way possible. So I'm very fortunate to have a partner like him. So he's managed to find the right sources, the right paper, the right quality. He's managed to get everything in place. And of course with our machines as well. So we won't compromise on quality no matter what. But because of Shailesh's extensive experience, he's managed to find places and services that we can get at good prices.
So he's done that for years in India, right?
Yes.
And so this is a breakthrough into the UK.
Yes, so basically what it is Shailesh and I are partners, but he looks after the Indian wing. So he's based in India with our team of 50. So. Yes, Vish?
Hi, Sarita. I expect you don't expect to turn things around in 6 hours all the time, and we wouldn't expect that. But comfortably, what would your turnaround times be, let's say for leaflets?
Right, again, it would depend on the quantity, but I would say from the time of approval of artwork, I'd ask for 7 days just to make sure there's no unforeseen problems. Again, just to make sure that everything's completely fine. Chances are you'll get it here much before that, but I'd rather just say 7 days to play safe.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I've been told you delivered to this gentleman within 4 days.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Is that it, guys? Right. I think there's still some drinks outside. Is it? Fab. And also, Madhvi and Nish, where are you both? Yeah, so if you can both stand up, please. Please make sure that before you leave, you meet these two lovely ladies, because they'll give you some bags to take away. I've got some samples in there and things. But just make sure that, of course, they haven't run out and got it all organised for you guys that way. So we'll keep them up later. But yes, thank you. So please do see them before you go. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a question.
Right. Thanks.
Oh, I need the camera as well. Sort of look into it later. Actually, since you're the only one Chris was asking.
Put that camera on that woman. I know.
A list of what you want. I'm just going to see if you can do the well done.
Is there any food next section?
They are lovely, aren't they?
Thank you.
I have to say, I do like them.
Yes, so do I. I think it's a very girly thing. But
Yeah, but looks good.
yes.
Looks expensive, personally.
Yeah.
Gives it that sort of classy finish. And he likes it.
These obviously your husband. Is that correct?
What the company does work with my dad, and he used to be a printer, so he still has tons of clients from it, so now he's more print farm. He can't print to keep the whole printing thing going, but it's just easier to send it out and just get the money. You know?
So is that what you do? Sort of options like that?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's it really.
So I hope we can get to work together as well at some point. No hard sell.
It's do that sort of shit. Like graphical printing.
I mean, yeah, but then I guess what we will do to start with is you will do
Sure,
I'm good, how are you? This is a friend of mine, Harry G. That's the we are a fellow photographer. You know us. But we have to sample. We have to something where we have got something that we can show you. Okay, I have got a sample.
But do let me introduce you. That's my brother and
I can show you how we do it.
and he's also a doctor.
I was just going to say, very good thing about those people.
I'll tell you what, if you want to touch it, if you give it to me, and I'll send it to
Sometimes you have something's going on in your pocket. Feel free to
Oh, don't stop. You showed me at home. But it's obviously bigger and it's thick, it's beyond the word is.
Stand concert.
Glad you guys made it.
अभी देख रहा है नया.
This is my old
एक man proto
I found that slick was better value. You must look at it. It's like I got a fiber one for about half the price. This is engineer.
have a look. मैं को उसका बताऊंगा. Let you know the details.
Exit shining ऐसा है.
Please take this video of me doing all this work.
Just closing shot on you.
Surely what?
Closing shot on you.
Closing shop, absolutely. Yeah. See all this, I'm packing up, packing away. Yes, I'm manicure. I pack this away.
I'll give everybody.